Hi guys, this is SDJRSNF88 speaking with a quick update on Compton Quay. Now, as you all know, the layout is attending a model railway exhibition this weekend on Sunday the 15th at the Weston Model Train Show, which will be its first outing in nearly 2 years. So what I've been doing over the past couple of days is preparing the layout for its this outing, and of course just getting ready for the show in general. So what I've done is I've pulled the layout out from underneath the sideboards, given it a bit of a clean. I've done a bit of rewiring, and I've also set up a new controller. Now, originally I was using a Batman standard train set controller, and it operated perfectly fine. It's only a small little layout, but I decided that I wanted a bit more smooth running, and I remember that I bought a brand new controller for Compton Martin, which is the other larger model railway exhibition layout, which hasn't been out for a number of years, and I basically bought a brand new Gauge Master combi for that layout, and since then it hasn't been used. It's been nearly 4 years since that layout was last used, so I thought it was a bit of a shame to leave the controller attached to it. So what I've done is I've removed the controller, and it is now being used with Compton Quay. Now, that doesn't mean that the Compton Martin will be completely out of action, as I have examined the layout while I was getting Compton Quay out, and the layout is in very good condition, a lot better condition than what I thought it was. So there is plans to for the layout in the near future, possibly another exhibition. I'm not 100% sure yet. I'll see how the Western show goes, but if the Western show is a success with Compton Quay, then I'll try and get Compton Martin in at their next show, if all goes to plan. But if not, there are future plans for the layout, considering adding it to the main layout, which I have mentioned in previous updates. But anyway, back to Compton Quay. So apart from the new controller, I did a bit of rewiring as well. So I've got a longer wire on there to the controller, so I can even walk around the other side with a little combi to operate it. I've also been preparing the buildings, so all the buildings have been in storage boxes. I've found them all out, including some of the little cars that go on there as well. So we got like the little Foden truck there, and we've also got Ivo Peter's iconic Bentley there, which of course, being an S&D fan, you've got to have Ivo Peter's Bentley on there somewhere. So I've popped him on the front there on the quay. Other things I've been doing is I'm starting to get the rolling stock ready, and choosing what locos I would like to take, and of course wagons. Now, I've decided that I'm going to take 3 locomotives, the first being Sentinel, the second being a Peckett, naturally, and the third is going to be a bit like Flash here. Now, Flash is this little iconic 060 tank engine from the UF range, which has been used on Compton Quay and is anonymous with Compton Quay. It's been seen at all the previous shows that it's been running on, but I'm having a bit of trouble getting her running smoothly. She seems to stall a bit on points, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of give her a bit of TLC, but I've got a replacement locomotive to take this weekend in the form of another locomotive that looks precisely like her. Same class, it's based on a French 060, but this one is in black with red and white lining, and is based on Ajax on the Isle of Wight Railway. Now, it's only a loosely based model, it's just really the livery. The only similarities between the Barclays, the real Barclay locomotive, is that the model has side tanks and it's 060 tank. So what they've done is they've put the real livery on a fictional locomotive, but it looks a perfect industrial and will fit in perfectly on Compton Quay. Now, as mentioned in previous updates when I announced that I was going to go to the show, I suggested that if anybody was attending and would like to run locomotives on the layout, you're more than welcome to. And I've had an influx of people that said that they will be attending to come and have a look at the layout, and some of them potentially might bring locomotives. And I've got a couple of close friends that are also going, so we got Mr. Freeman, and he plans to bring a good selection of locomotives as well. Now, he's going to bring his brand new Helljan 13XX, his personalised Hornby Austerity, which he's done a beautiful job, a beautiful repaint. So if you are attending, do check out his Austerity. He's done a beautiful job with the lining on it, and I can't wait to see it in the flesh. And he's also bringing a German tank engine, which is pretty iconic, with various modelling groups. It looks an interesting locomotive, and I think it will fit in perfectly with Compton Quay, especially with the French-based industrial, which I previously mentioned. Other people that plan to attend, if they can, Jack Peak of the with his again another Helljan 13XX and a Helljan Teddy Bear. Again, two perfect locomotives that will fit in well on the layout. And we also have Adam Ashford of Steam Locomotives in Profile fame. He's going to be bringing along potentially two locomotives if he can also make it as well. Another Sentinel and his Batman USA, which I think will look absolutely stunning on here. I haven't got around to running mine on there yet, so his will be the first USA to run the layout, which I think will be absolutely brilliant. Of course, they were designed for dockside shunting, so it will look absolutely perfect on there. Now, the reason for them coming along and helping to run the layout is one, it's all a bit of fun, but two, I'm pretty limited in what I could take. I want to try and get all of the bits and pieces for the layout in the car, which includes the ironing board, the layout itself, and a big box, which I plan to get the 3 locomotives, I think about 10 wagons in, but in that same box I've got to get all the accessories, so i.e. all these buildings, the cars, the controller, the wiring, and all the other bits and pieces that need to operate the layout. So I'm pretty limited. So these people coming along and helping bring along their locomotives is a sort of great help to add a bit more variety to this rather tiny layout. Although really you only need 2 locomotives and about 5 wagons, and you could have fun all day really with it. But it's going to be quite fun to have at least I think it's about at least 10 locomotives on here. It's going to be absolutely hilarious, I think. The other reason as well is because, as you know, I've been attending the Western Model Show for a year now. I've been to 2 of their shows, and Keith, who runs the show, does an amazing job. And as a thank you, I always go around and film the show for them and put it on YouTube to raise a bit more publicity for the event. So they'll be operating the layout while I'm going around doing a bit of filming. So if you do want to speak to me and I'm off filming, just let them know and they'll get in contact with me and I'll come back and have a chat if you wish. So that's sort of a great help. So it means I get to see all the layouts and film it for you guys so you can see it, but at the same time Compton Quay will still be in action with a bit of different variety on it. Anyway, back to the show. All the details are in the description below and I'll pop some on the screen as well at the end. So it's the Sunday the 15th, which is this weekend. It's a really, really good show. For over 30 layouts in attendance this time round, I believe. 5 of them are brand new and they have never been seen before, which is really, really good. Some are coming as far as Manchester and other places. It really, really is a superb show, and it's all for a good cause as well. The show is run as a charity, so all the money raised goes to charity, and Keith, who has organised this show, in the past few years, in the short time the show's been running, has raised £33,000 for charity. So it's a worthwhile cause. You get a great day out. It's good value for money. You get to see some amazing layouts, have a chat with great people. There's trade stands, all the usual stuff you get at model railways. But at the same time, you're doing a bit for charity. So it really, really is a nice event, and I can't highly recommend it enough. So anyway, that's all for this update. I will leave you with a shot of Flash leaving Compton Quay back into the fiddle yard, and I will continue getting the layout ready for this weekend. So if you are in the area or you do wish to attend, please do come to the show. I cannot recommend it enough, and if you've got the time, do come over and have a look at Compton Quay, and of course come and say hello to me, and of course the other YouTubers that will be helping me operate the layout. So that's all for this update, and I hope you enjoyed it. So I look forward to seeing you this weekend, and anyway, this has been SDJRSNF88 speaking, and thanks for watching.